Hello everyone, in this video we're going to look at how to create the detail screen for each Pokemon. So this is what it will look like. So whenever we click on a list tile, we will route to the new screen and show the information for each Pokemon. So we'll start off by creating a new file under screens, and we'll say detail underscore screen dot dart, and I'll create a stateless widget, so I'll say STL and then detail screen, and then we need to import the material package, and here I'll just render a scaffold. Now in order to pass data to the screen, we will create a variable here. So we'll say final Pokemon. So we want to pass a Pokemon instance to the screen, and then in the constructor here we will say required this.Pokemon. Now we also need to import the Pokemon class, so we'll do that. And then we go back to the home screen, and then whenever we click on a list tile, so what we can do is, so if we look at the different attributes for list tile, one of them is on tap, and then on tap we are going to call navigator dot push, and then we have context, and then material page route, and the builder will say context, and we will render a detailed screen passing in the Pokemon as the Pokemon instance that we have. So I'll go over what's happening here, and also we need to import this. So in the list tile or the list view widget, we are getting the instance of a particular Pokemon, and we're going to pass this instance to the new route. So whenever we are navigating to the detail screen, we're passing this particular instance into the parameter Pokemon. And then in detail screen, we will have this Pokemon available to us for use. So let's add some stuff to our scaffold. So here I'll say appar, and then I can give an appar, and I'll say background colors equals to colors.transparent, and elevation to be 0. Now once we add this, we need to also remove the const. Now let's try clicking on one of the values, and then we can see the new screen. There's also a back button here, but it's in color white, so you can't see it. So we're going to go to scaffold, give it a background color of K red color, and now you can see the screen. So you can go forward and backward. Now for the body, let's add a column, and let's add a list of children. So we'll say text Pokemon.name, and then for the style we'll say const text style, and we'll give it a font family of Pokemon, and then font size of 32. Color will be colors.white, and then let's also give it some letter spacing, so letter spacing will be 2. Now currently the column takes in as much space as its children, so what we want to do is to wrap this column with a sizebox widget. So say sizebox, and then width will be double.infinity. Now if you notice, if we go to another Pokemon, it will render the name of the other Pokemon. Now next, let's render the image for each Pokemon. So we'll say image.assets, and then we'll say assets slash images slash large, and then we'll have Pokemon.id, and then .png. You'll notice also that the Pokemon is touching the side of the screen, so I'm gonna wrap the column with a padding. So I'll say symmetric, we'll have horizontal of 16. So now we have some space on the side. Let's also add some spacing between the text and the picture. So we'll say const sized box, and then I'll give it a height of 16. And at the bottom, let's render the stats. So this is what we want to show. For every Pokemon, we have hit point value, attack, defense, and speed. So we'll say wrap, then we'll add children, and I'll say render stats. We haven't created this yet, but we'll see how it will look like. So we'll say label, be HP, and then value will be Pokemon dot hitpoints dot toString. Now let's create this. So here we'll say widget underscore render stat. And this will take in a few named arguments. So we'll say required string label, and then required string value. And we're going to return a column, some children. So first one will be text, then we'll have a label, and let's add some styling as well. So const text style, we'll have color to be K light gray, and the font weight to be font weight dot bold. Next, under text, we'll have a size box. So we'll say size box height is equals to 8, and lastly we'll have the value. So we'll say value, and then the style will be const text style, color will be K dark gray, and then the font size will be 28, font weight will be font weight dot W400, and then letter spacing will be 4, and font family will be Pokemon. Now let's copy this. So the 2, 3, 4, and we'll add one for attack. Next one will be defense. And lastly will be speed. Here we'll say attack, defense, and speed. Let's wrap this wrap widget with a card. So we'll wrap it with a widget, and then we'll call it card. Let's add a border radius to this card. So we'll say shape is equals to rounded rectangular border, rounded rectangle border, and then we'll say border radius is equal to border radius dot circular, and then 8. Now let's add a padding as well. So here we'll say padding, and all around will be 16. Let's also add some spacing within the wrap itself. So we'll say spacing will be 16, and run spacing will be 8. And let's add a size box between the image and the card. So say const size box height is 16. So now we can go back and we can look at any other Pokemon. Let's also look at how this looks on web. If we do this, let's go back. So this is the landing screen. Click on get started. we'll see a list of Pokemons. Let's click on one of them and we can see the detail screen.